Voligative properties. Voligative properties are those properties of solution which depends upon number of solute particles present in solution and not the nature of solute particles present in the solutions. So today we will discuss one of the important example of colligative properties, that is osmosis and osmotic pressure. Before that, we should know what is semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane is a membrane which allows to pass into only solvent molecules and not the solute particles, like animal bladder, cell membrane, parchment membrane, copper ferrocyanide membrane, like that. So semi-permeable membrane is the membrane which has pores large enough to allow the solvent molecule to pass through it, and these pores are small enough not to allow the passage of large solute molecules or ions of high molecular mass through it, is called semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane has pores, small pores, which allows only solvent molecule to pass through it, not macromolecules or large solid particles or ions of high molecular mass. They allow only solvent molecules. We know that solvent molecule has higher vapor pressure and solution has lower vapor pressure. So due to difference in vapor pressures, that membrane permits only solvent molecules to pass through it. So semi-permeable membrane, the membrane which has pores large enough to allow the solvent molecules to pass through it, and these pores are small enough not to allow the passage of large solute molecules or ions of high molecular mass through it, is called semi-permeable membrane. Example, cellophane, then pig's bladder or animal bladder, or cell membrane, then parchment membrane. These are some examples of semi-permeable membrane. Now osmosis. See here solvent and solution, they are separated by semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane has small pores, and here vapor pressure of pure solvent is greater than vapor pressure of solution. So that flow of solvent through semi-permeable membrane takes place from solvent into solution. Why? Because here solvent molecule has lower concentration than solution. Solution has higher concentration. So the net flow of solvent will take place from solvent into solution through semi-permeable membrane. Means solution of lower concentration to higher concentration due to difference in their vapor pressure. So osmosis is the process in which flow of solvent molecule into solution takes place from lower concentration to higher concentration. So here osmosis, the net spontaneous flow of solvent molecules into the solution, or from the more dilute solution to more concentrated solution through semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. See here again, what is osmosis? Osmosis is the process in which the net spontaneous flow of solvent molecules into the solution or from more dilute solution to more concentrated solution through semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Now, osmotic pressure. To study osmotic pressure, here a small experiment is given. Here in one tank or in beaker, water is taken, and here a semi-permeable membrane like pig's bladder or animal bladder is stretched around the mouth of that thistle tube. Then aqueous sugar solution is filled in that thistle tube. Then this thistle tube is dipped into that tank or beaker which contain water. Then the level of this solution will increases up to certain level. It is observed that the water molecule pass into the sugar solution through the semi-permeable membrane, and the level of the solution in the steam, of this thistle tube increases. The osmosis continues till the hydrostatic pressure becomes equal to force with which water molecules pass into the solution. The level of this solution in the thistle tube then remains constant and the process of osmosis stops. म्हणजे काय झालं, इथे या भांड्यामध्ये पाणी घेतलेलं आहे, काचेच्या भांड्यामध्ये. नंतर एक थिसल ट्यूब, त्याचं हे टोक असं पॅक करून घेतलं आणि नंतर यामध्ये शुगर सोल्युशन भरलं. शुगर सोल्युशन भरल्यानंतर याचं जे वरची साईड आहे ती सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन म्हणजे ॲनिमल ब्लॅडर किंवा पिग्स ब्लॅडर त्याच्या सहाय्याने असं टाईटली असं बांधल्या गेलं. नंतर त्याला असं उलटं ठेवलं या पाण्यामध्ये. नंतर आता त्याची लेवल सुरुवातीला समजा इथपर्यंत होती. नंतर याच्यामध्ये बुडवल्यानंतर हे जे पाणी आहे ते पाणी या सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन मधून आतमध्ये जाईल. आता पाण्याचं जे कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन आहे ते कमी, लोअर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन, आणि शुगर सोल्युशनचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन जास्त. तर हे जे इथं एक प्रकारचं म्हणजे या सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन मधून ते पाणी म्हणजे सॉल्व्हंट मॉलिक्युल त्या सोल्युशन मध्ये जात आहे आणि एका ठराविक लेवल पर्यंत म्हणजे ते पाणी आतमध्ये जाईल आणि नंतर ती ऑस्मोसिस प्रोसेस आहे ती स्टॉप होऊन जाईल. कशामुळे, तर तिथे जे हायड्रोस्टॅटिक जे प्रेशर होतं ते हायड्रोस्टॅटिक प्रेशर सारखं झालं. कशामुळे, तर फोर्स with which water molecule pass into the solution. नंतर त्या सोल्युशनची जी लेवल आहे या फनेल मधली ती काही वेळानंतर स्थिर होऊन जाईल आणि ही जी ऑस्मोसिस ची प्रोसेस आहे ती स्टॉप होईल. तर सी हियर अगेन the osmosis and osmotic pressure can be understood by a small experiment. Here, a semi-permeable membrane like animal bladder is tightly fastened across the mouth of thistle tube. The solution is placed inside the inverted thistle tube. This part of tube and the membrane are then immersed in a container of pure water. Now some solvent passes through the membrane in the solution, so the level of liquid increases. The liquid column in the tube creates hydrostatic pressure that pushes solvent back through membrane in the container. The column of liquid in the tube rises, continue, and then stops at certain level. At this stage, hydrostatic pressure is sufficient to force solvent molecule back through membrane into the container at the same rate. The equilibrium is established where the rate of forward and reverse passages are equal. The height of liquid column in the tube remains constant. This means the hydrostatic pressure stops osmosis. So here the osmotic pressure is the hydrostatic pressure that stops osmosis is an osmotic pressure, which is denoted by pi. The hydrostatic pressure is given by H into rho into G, where H is the height of liquid column, then rho is density of liquid, and G acceleration due to gravity. So in this way, hydrostatic pressure can be found out. Okay.